Hello, and thanks for having me again. So I didn't say much earlier, and I don't know how much. Word. In terms of like why I'm here, so I don't know that was articulated at all. So I'm here to give you back what I hear in the space today, right? And I think that's important to say because I'm the only non-funder type individual in the space, yeah? So that's why I'm here, and I'm going to do part of that now with this funky little drawing thing. So like the bottom part is our stuff, like by our, I mean mine. And the top part is stuff that I've heard from you all. And this middle drawing thing is sort of a bridge between the two. So the middle drawing thing is the artistic like representation of our pedagogical model, yeah? And it starts here. This is going into a poem, I promise. So the practice is like discover, develop, shape, study, share, challenge, transform. That's the thing. That's the way we move through the thing when we work with young people. And the way that sort of looks in a larger community model, start with this person, right? So we work in marginalized communities, but we don't put that marginalized word in our mission statement for the purposes of like, I just think that it may be a little tasteless to, say, hey, you're marginalized, we're going to do this work with you, we're going to provide this service. So, but, so we start with this person discovering their voice. We do the work of developing their voice. And the idea is once this person does the thing, if it's the art therapy thing, if it's figuring out what they care about, et cetera, then they start to move and start to think about and connect to things within their home. Maybe it's their family model. Maybe it's identity, politics, and et cetera, as that relates to the family or in-house model. Then maybe they can see certain things that are going on within their community. That's maybe when they become social justice advocates or organizers or et cetera, right? In their immediate space, or how they see the work that they're doing as intricately connected to the work that the folks at the police department are doing, or the folks at the church or the Y or the hospital or whatever, right? And start to step outside of the self thing and move into some other spaces. Then this is like Minnesota in the backdrop, that thing. And become like a state participant and citizen, right? Then you go on to this country model with the flag, and you're like, oh, I'm a representative of the United States. Then you go on to this global citizenship thing, right? So that's the idea, but it has to start here, right? And for the folks that we work with, we recognize something that I've heard you all say a lot today, cultural relevance as important, right? And our work is rooted in the intersections of hip-hop and spoken word culture as a means to inspire and create social justice and social change, yeah? So the cultural relevance, or the, hip-hop as culturally relevant pedagogy is really important to us, as well as, various cultures of the folks that we engage with. And that leads directly to succession, right? Like, who's going to do the thing when we're no longer doing the thing? And, like, the thing can be any one of these things if and only if this person is healthy and has opportunities and access. And we believe that art, specifically hip-hop pedagogy and hip-hop, can do that, yeah? So, boom, here's this hip-hop poem that I'm about to do that's super hip-hop. Super hip-hop. You guys, have you ever heard of Jay-Z? Okay, cool. I just gotta test the waters before I do it because it's super hip-hop. What about Eminem? Cool. What about Lil Wayne? He has this disclaimer in one of his songs. He's like, in Hollywood, it's Little Wayne, but it's Lil Wayne, right? Okay, cool. So those three are good. So I'm going to do this like super hip-hop poem. It's an excerpt from a spoken word theater piece that I premiered in 2009. So it's longer than your traditional 3-minute, 30-second joint. What if you having girl problems? I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a chick ain't one. That's Jay-Z. Okay. What? I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? That's Slim Shady or Eminem. What we are not the same. I am a Martian. That's Wheezy F baby or Little Wayne. Little Wayne, yeah. If you ain't gonna die for doing the right thing, what are you gonna die for? My grandfather asked me that question. Check it. I knew this brother who claimed he wasn't scared of nothing. Dude packed him a little bit of something. He was ready to bust if it went from calm to crunk too fast. He wore an S across his chest like Superman, but I called him Kryptonite, his own worst enemy when days didn't end at night, because he had to sleep light with the burner and the knife in fear of his life every time the wooden floor didn't creak right and peep right. He said it was all for his slice of the American pie. I got mad when I sat him down, looked him in the eye and said, bruh, how bad do you want to die? He said, forget you, Tish, man. I lived this. I had to earn my silver spoon and dish. So why wouldn't I be ready to die for that? I want 99 problems, but a chick ain't one. So why wouldn't I be ready to die for that? I'm like, bruh, while you stacking your figures, there's somebody watching your every move, waiting to come and get you. And this ain't our destiny. He said, this is the best for me. I said, you can do better, G. He said, man, whatever, B. This world ain't letting me, so as scared as I am to die, I pledge my allegiance to these streets. It's death already just being me. Plus, I need this money, queen. I got a sling to feed my seed. I want 99 problems, but a chick ain't one. I got a sling to feed my seed. So I'm like, bruh, let me see if I hit you for the 5 stacks in your pocket. If my missile as big as a rocket, we're at your dome. Would you really be ready to go home alone? Would you really be ready to live by the streets and die by the chrome, brother? Become an unknown brother and lose the opportunity to watch your seeds grow? Bruh, how bad? At that point, he does what some young hip-hop heads do. He hit the b-boy stance and copped a real bad attitude. He was like, Tish, I sort of kind of remember when you used to act like that. In fact, I'm bugging at how you figure you could even form your lips to ask me that question. How bad do I want to die, Tish? It's not about death, but how bad did you? I'm like, yeah, man, I sort of kind of remember being the cat that walked the path to the gangster beat, limping, idolizing criminology, thug life, and pimping. And just in case my terminology is too ebonic for your diction, Minister Society, Boys in the Hood is my fact, no fiction. I'm versatile with positions. The short stop's been no stop short of getting the butt whipping. Wait, listen. I've been in situations asking, will I live or will I die? Thanking God for all the angels that fly by my side. I've lost, I've cried, had friends that died. My best friend used to be a 4-5. Hit stains took rise. My belt, Grand Theft Auto. My belt just short of attempted manslaughter. Stomach empty. I be hungry and Payne's daughter. I'm like, should I go on? He's like, I think that you oughta. I'm like, bruh, I did the one-parent household and received my father on the other end of the telephone saying that he had no daughter, stuffed starter. I was. Question, do you still answer? Yes, I have to. I'm medicating emotions that I'm not ready to touch, hence why I wear gloves. No evidence, cuz I would never sell my story. You couldn't pay me enough. Too many project stories, fights, broken neighborhoods, projects that they now decide to tear down because it's a project. And what? If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a chick ain't one. He walks back to his turntables and pauses again. Like some young hip-hop heads do. He hit the b-boy stance and he maintained that attitude. He was like, you know what, Tish? I hear you, but I think you're a little bit far removed. I don't even think you can really hear the truth. So I'm gonna play this record a time or two again for you. What if you having girl problems? I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a chick ain't one, cause I am whatever they say I am. If I wasn't, then why would they say I am? In the papers, the news, the radio, TV, magazines, convenience stores. When I walk down the street, Tish, they clutch their purse, because to them, in this skin that I'm in, I am a Martian.